Attention economy, that's what we're going to chat about today. Tell me what it's all about. I've got no idea.
More specifically, Christy, it's a simple question, and it resonated with me, is whose life and whose dream are you actually living? All right, and it comes down to where are you spending your time, and the best way for me to share this with the listeners, because it comes specifically out of my industry as well, is we are in the attention economy, right? So without making it, trying to pull this whole story apart, essentially we're living in a time in our lives where one of the most valuable resources is data, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be your telephone number or for whatever reason, someone can contact you, market to you, advertise to you. In our industry specifically, data is one of the most valuable resources, right? So coupled with data and how we get that data in my industry is through attention, right? Now that, when I say attention, it's having the ability to show people videos to maintain their attention so we can sell them something, whether it be to market your business, to advertise your business. And this started like half kind of spilling over into other areas. Where are you spending your time, and whose dream are you living? Now, this wasn't my own revelation. I had the opportunity to know very, very sorry, completely lost my words. I'm thinking about this guy. He was a very, very influential man, very clever, fortunately passed away, but he left really great insight with me and a different way of looking at things. And the question he asked at a point, and it never really sat with me, was, whose dream are you living? So let's use this in context, right? If you're trying to become an entrepreneur, if you're trying to build your business, build yourself, or be successful at your career, whatever it might be, your life, your goals, etc., where are you spending your time? And this is kind of it's something you need to think about, because there's nothing wrong with watching Netflix and spending 3 to 4 hours binge watching. I'm one of them. I binge watch. I love binge watching. But you need to make the realization that you're living somebody else's dream, right? Because that is where you're spending your time. Now, whose dream are you living by binge watching a whole season of Netflix? You are living the Netflix people's dream that started Netflix. You're living their dream for them, because they have a business that they want people to watch these movies so they can make more money. You are also living the people that made that series. You're living their dream because they started the series so that more people could watch it, so it could become popular. So again, the concept here is, where are you spending your time? Whose dream are you living? And think about it a little while. Where are the areas in your life where you're losing time, where time is being stolen from you? And the reason I got onto this is because I see it so often on social media. You see these posts where it's just an absolute waste of people's time to post things like that, but people get caught up in it. And I read the comments, I think to myself, why are people consuming this? And then people have to take the audacity and the time and the thought to go and leave comments and start conversations around it. And I think to myself, you're living this person's dream. You're not living your own. And that kind of helped me to make these connections to, things like Netflix and all these different areas of our life where we end up spending time. And unfortunately, the internet is a big magnet of time. So we need to learn to use it responsibly. Just my opinion.
But Richard, some people are very clever because they post this video and they say, watch till the end.
Correct.
Correct. Gas pipe exploded in the middle of Manhattan.
And then they've first got to show you how great the sunrise was on.
But they never get to the point where they never show you this gas pipe. It's
correct.
You never see it because it ends before the apparent gas pipe. I don't know if it's true, but you never see this gas pipe explode. So they took up 2 minutes of your time.
They stole it.
They stole 2 minutes of your time.
That's why I'm always so hard on, if you're producing content and creating content, be valuable and be intentional, and rather try and leave someone with some value instead of stealing a bit of their time. If it's to entertain and it's humor and it's sure, but also at the same time, you that's viewing it, whether it be that burst gas pipe or your favorite comedian or whatever it might be aware of the time that you're spending doing this. Be aware that you started that Netflix episode 1 and you're already on episode 17 and it's like 3 days later and the dog hasn't eaten yet. Those kind of things, when you're spending all that time getting consumed by other areas of your life, it makes it incredibly hard to spend time on the things that actually help you move forward. And that was a realization that I made, because I'm becoming more and more strict about my time management, and although it might not seem like it because Christy keeps telling everybody that I'm always late, but I'm running around trying to put up camera.
I didn't say that.
That's on camera.
You wanted to listen to that song. We had to play it.
I do appreciate the song, though. Thank you, Christy. But the point here is, I think, the more you become an entrepreneur, and the more you try and indulge yourself into the entrepreneurial world, you start becoming aware of things that normal people, and I say normal people, but I say it with respect in the sense that, I get the time to focus on other areas of my life that most people potentially don't. And this is something that I've become aware of, is how much time other areas are stealing, and where I could be reinvesting it in my business, in my marriage, in my life, in my private time, in my happiness, in other things that interest me and counts towards my dream and not somebody else's.
But Richard, the flip side of the coin is you learn a lot from what other people put on social media. So the time that you watch other people's videos isn't wasted time necessarily, and you're not necessarily living their dream. You are getting info to create your own dream.
Correct.
Am I correct?
Hence why I say be aware. Be aware. Be aware. What are you consuming? Be aware of the video. If it's the gas pipe video, then be aware. Like, you've seen this before. Are you gonna invest another 2 minutes of your life trying to see if the gas pipe explodes this time? Probably not. So, if you really have to see whether or not the gas pipe explodes, and that kind of content really intrigues you, at least skip to the bloody end. Just slide your finger. You can do that too.
Yeah, but you don't know when this is going to happen, so you don't want to miss it.
Okay. So, but then I'm posed with the next question. What value does that bring to your life?
A bit of not entertainment, but I mean, it's something that happened that you don't see every day.
Sure. What value does it bring to your life?
It's entertaining in a way.
Okay, but so it's still not bringing value. It's entertaining, but it hasn't given you any value. It
relaxes me, which means that I can work harder tomorrow or later that day because I was relaxed for a couple of minutes.
If the gas pipe had blown, but now it's stuck in your head about it.
I know.
You see, so again, where are you spending your time? Be aware of it and make sure that it's adding value to your life. If it's an informative video, by all means. I mean, it doesn't help but tell people not to be on social media because that's not where you're getting value. Yet I share value on social media. That would be a bit counterintuitive, or counterproductive. But what I'm saying here is, when you're consuming, when you're watching that Netflix, when you're watching that video, when you're partaking in a certain activity or doing something, be aware. Be aware, is this bringing value to my life, or am I living somebody else's dream?
The point is, don't live somebody else's dream, live your own dream.
Take it.